I swear to God, people can't take a joke anymore. Like, when did everyone become so sensitive? When did harmless teasing become a federal crime? When did couples lose the ability to laugh at each other without it turning into some massive drama? I wasn't insulting him. I need to be absolutely clear about that right from the start. I was helping him. That haircut was not prom-worthy. It was objectively bad. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to one of the biggest nights of high school, you need to look your best. And he didn't. That's just facts. I only said I'd rather dance alone than be seen with that style. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't some devastating personal attack. It was constructive criticism wrapped in humor. It was me being real with him in a way that most girlfriends wouldn't have the guts to be. And honestly, my best friend agreed with me. She was right there, nodding along, laughing with me. We weren't being mean, we were being honest. If anything, we were doing him a favor by pointing it out before he embarrassed himself in front of the entire school. He got so sensitive for no reason. Boys are so dramatic sometimes. They say they want honesty, they say they want a girl who keeps it real, but the second you give them actual feedback, they fall apart. It's exhausting. I still talk about this like I'm completely right, like I'm the reasonable one in this situation, even though I know something humiliating is coming. Something that made prom night the worst night of my entire life. Something I still can't think about without feeling sick. But my tone, my perspective, still defensive. I was trying to be helpful. He overreacted. This is all being blown out of proportion. Because if I'm not right, then I have to face what I really did. And I'm not ready for that yet. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit hype to boost this episode. Drop a comment below with your city or country. I'm always curious where viewers are joining from. Let me take you to the exact moment everything fell apart. The moment that's been replayed in my nightmares for weeks now. The moment that got recorded and posted and shared and commented on until I wanted to delete every social media account I had. I'm standing on the edge of the dance floor. My dress is perfect, a deep emerald green that took me 3 months to find, form-fitting in all the right places, the kind of dress that makes you feel like a completely different person. My makeup is perfect. I paid for professional makeup because this is prom, this is the night. My hair is perfect, swept up in an elaborate updo with tiny crystals woven through it that catch the light when I move. This is a moment I've imagined for months, years even, since freshman year when I first started thinking about prom, started pinning dresses on Pinterest, started fantasizing about the photos and the dancing and the magical memory of it all. And then I see it. My boyfriend, my date, the person who's supposed to be dancing with me, is in the middle of the dance floor, dancing with my best friend, not just dancing near her, not just happening to be in the same general area. Dancing with her, his hands on her waist, right where they should be on mine, her hands on his shoulders, comfortable, familiar, her head leaning against his chest, like they've done this before, like this is natural for them. They're swaying to the slow song, Perfect by Ed Sheeran, the song I specifically requested because I wanted it to be our song, the song we'd remember as the song we danced to at prom. And they both look comfortable, natural, like they've practiced this, like this isn't the first time, like they fit together. The disco ball is spinning above them, casting little spots of light across the dance floor, across their faces, making the moment look almost romantic, almost beautiful, almost like they're the couple everyone should be watching. And everyone is watching, but not in the way I imagined. They're not watching me in my perfect dress having my perfect moment. They're watching him dance with her while I stand on the sidelines. I push through people, my heels catching on someone's dress, nearly tripping, fury rising in my chest like lava. "What are you two doing?" My voice comes out too loud, too shrill, cutting through the music. "That's my boyfriend." Several people turn to stare. Someone's phone comes up, pointing at us. He stops dancing, slowly turns his head to look at me, His expression is calm. Too calm. The kind of calm that's actually terrifying because it means he's made a decision, and nothing I say will change it. You said you'd rather dance alone than with my haircut. His voice is even, factual, like he's reading a grocery list. My best friend, the girl I've shared everything with since 7th grade, doesn't even look ashamed. She doesn't step away from him. She doesn't apologize. She just adds, her voice sweet but with an edge underneath. So I told him I'd dance with him instead. The world tilts. My heart drops straight through my perfect dress, through the gymnasium floor, down to the center of the earth. Everyone around us is whispering. Hands over mouths, eyes wide. That hungry look people get when drama unfolds in front of them, when they get to witness someone else's humiliation in real time. Someone is definitely recording. Multiple someones, actually. I can see the phones, the little red recording lights, all pointed at me, at my breakdown, at my humiliation. At the moment, I became the cautionary tale. You can't be serious right now, I whisper, my voice breaking. He turns away from me, actually turns his back on me, and continues the dance with my best friend while I stand there, frozen, a statue in a perfect dress, with nowhere to go and nothing to do except watch. Watch them sway, watch her smile up at him, watch him look down at her like maybe, just maybe, he's realizing she's prettier than me. Watch my prom night, my perfect planned Pinterest-worthy prom night, turn into a nightmare I'll never escape. The song plays on. Ed Sheeran sings about being perfect, and I'm anything but. Okay, let me back up and explain what actually happened, because everyone's going to hear the story wrong. Everyone's going to make me sound like some kind of monster. When really, I was just being honest, just being real, just being the kind of girlfriend who tells the truth instead of letting her boyfriend walk around looking ridiculous. It was just a joke, like cute teasing, the kind of thing couples do all the time. You've seen it. Boyfriends make fun of their girlfriends' outfit choices. Girlfriends tease their boyfriends about their gaming habits. Everyone laughs, nobody gets hurt. That's normal relationship banter. That's healthy communication. That's what keeps things fun and light instead of too serious and suffocating. So when he picked me up for prom with that haircut, I was just being playful. But okay, let me tell you exactly what I said, because apparently it matters. Apparently every word needs to be dissected and analyzed, like we're in English class studying Shakespeare. He rang the doorbell at 6:15 p.m. I opened the door expecting to see him looking amazing. I mean, it's prom. Everyone tries to look their best for prom. It's the whole point. But when I saw him, my first thought was, oh no, his hair was wrong, just wrong. He'd gotten it cut that afternoon. He'd told me he had a hair appointment, said he wanted to try something new, said he wanted to look good for prom. And he'd ended up with what I can only describe as a discount bowl cut. Like someone put a bowl on his head and cut around it, except the bowl was crooked. The sides were too short, the top was too long, and there was this weird line where they didn't blend properly. It looked like a middle school haircut, like a my mum cuts my hair in the kitchen haircut, like a I paid $10 at a strip mall barbershop haircut, and we were going to prom, where there would be photos, professional photos, photos that would be in the yearbook, photos that would be on social media forever. I couldn't let him walk in there looking like that, so I said, and okay, maybe my delivery wasn't perfect, but my intentions were good. I said, oh my God, what did you do to your hair? He touched it self-consciously. I tried something new. Do you like it? It's definitely different. My best friend Sarah was there waiting with us. Her date was picking her up at my house so we could all go together. And she looked at him and then at me, and I could see she was thinking the same thing. It's giving discount bowl cut energy, I said, trying to make it funny, trying to laugh it off so it wouldn't be awkward. Sarah snorted. Actually snorted. No, seriously, it's giving middle school energy. Like, 2015 middle school. We both giggled. He stood there, his hand still on his hair, his smile fading. I thought you'd like it, he said quietly. I mean, I'm sure it'll grow out, I said. But like, for tonight, for prom. I'm not being seen with you looking like that. The words just came out. I didn't think about them, didn't filter them. Sarah laughed harder. Oh my God, brutal. I'm serious though, I continued, on a roll now, playing to my audience of one. I'd honestly rather dance alone than next to that. I gestured at his hair like it was a separate entity, like it was something detachable that we could just remove and fix. He didn't laugh. He didn't say anything. He just stood there in my doorway, in his rented tux that actually fit pretty well, holding a corsage he'd bought for me, looking at me like I'd slapped him. I didn't mean it, I said quickly, backtracking when I saw his face. I'm kidding. Obviously I'm kidding. You know I tease you. That's what we do. Right, he said, teasing. But his voice was flat, empty. Sarah was still giggling beside me, scrolling through her phone, not picking up on the tension. Come on, let's just go, I said, grabbing my clutch. We'll fix it somehow. Maybe we can gel it different or something. Yeah, he said. Sure. But something had shifted. I felt it in the air, in the way he walked to the car, in the way he opened my door without looking at me. I told myself he was just being sensitive. I told myself he'd get over it once we got to prom and started having fun. I told myself I was right to be honest, to tell him the truth, to not let him walk around looking ridiculous. I swear I didn't mean it. I swear it was just a joke. He should have known. But maybe he did know. Maybe he knew exactly what I meant. And maybe that's why he did what he did next. Here's what I didn't know at the time. What I only found out later, too late, after everything had already imploded, and I was sitting at home crying, while everyone else was at the after-party. He didn't just randomly decide to try something new with his hair. He got that haircut specifically for me. 2 weeks before prom, we were watching a movie at his house. Some rom-com I'd picked where the main guy had this specific hairstyle, kind of textured on top, shorter on the sides, that effortlessly messy look that somehow looks both casual and put together. I like his hair, I'd said, offhand, barely thinking about it, just making conversation during a boring part of the movie. Yeah? He'd looked up from his phone. What do you like about it? I don't know, it's just nice, looks mature, looks styled but not trying too hard. I went back to watching the movie. He apparently filed that away. Because when he went to the barber shop 3 days before prom, he showed the barber a screenshot of that actor, showed him the exact hairstyle I'd said I liked, asked the barber to make his hair look like that. The barber, according to what my boyfriend told his best friend, who told Sarah, who eventually told me during our fight, said it would be difficult, that his hair texture was different, that it might not turn out exactly the same, but he insisted. Because he wanted to look good for me, because he wanted me to look at him the way I looked at that actor on the screen, because he thought it would make me happy. The barber did his best, but hair doesn't always cooperate, and the result was, well, it was what it was. Not quite what he wanted, not quite what I'd described. Somewhere in that awkward middle ground between attempting something and achieving something. But he tried. He really tried. He bought new hair gel, the expensive kind, not the cheap stuff he usually used. He watched YouTube tutorials on how to style it. He practiced in the mirror the morning of prom, fixing it and refixing it, trying to make it look right. His mom told him he looked handsome. His dad said he cleaned up nice. His little sister said he looked like a real prom guy. And he believed them. He walked out of his house feeling confident, feeling ready, feeling like maybe, just maybe, I'd look at him tonight and see him differently. See him as someone worthy of the effort I'd put into my own appearance. When he picked me up, when he rang that doorbell, he was nervous but excited. He had the corsage I'd requested. White roses with green accents to match my dress. He had practiced what he'd say when he saw me. Something about how beautiful I looked. He was ready for our perfect prom night. And then I opened my mouth. Oh my God, what did you do to your hair? Not, you look nice. Not, I love the corsage. Not, thank you for trying. Just immediate criticism, immediate mockery, immediate rejection of the effort he'd made specifically for me. When he asked if I liked it, he wasn't asking casually. He was asking hopefully, vulnerably, asking if his effort was worth it, if I noticed, if I appreciated what he'd tried to do. And I said it looked like a discount bowl cut. I said I'd rather dance alone than be seen with him. I destroyed him in front of my best friend while he stood in my doorway holding flowers. But I still believe, even now, even knowing this, that I was just being honest. That girls appreciate honesty too. Except I'm not girls. I'm not everyone. I'm the girl who took his vulnerability and weaponized it. I'm the girl who took his effort and mocked it. I'm the girl who was cruel without even realizing it until it was too late. The car ride to prom was tense. Sarah sat in the back seat with her date, Mark, who was one of those guys who never talks much anyway, so the silence from him wasn't unusual. My boyfriend drove, didn't say much, kept his eyes on the road, occasionally touched his hair like he was trying to fix it, then stopped himself. I tried to fill the silence with chatter about prom, about who would be there, about the after-party someone was throwing, about how I hoped they played good music for once instead of the usual school dance garbage. Sarah responded, made comments, laughed at my jokes. My boyfriend just drove. When we parked and got out, when we were walking toward the venue, Sarah leaned close to me and whispered, "You were kind of harsh back there." "What, about the hair?" "Yeah, I mean, I laughed, but he looked really hurt." "He's fine. He knows I was kidding." "Does he, though?" I looked at her, annoyed. "Whose side are you on?" "I'm just saying, it's prom. Maybe go easy on him tonight." I'm always easy on him. This is literally the first time I've said anything about his appearance. That was a lie, but I didn't realize it was a lie yet. She gave me a look, that look, the one that says, "Are you serious right now?" without saying it out loud. "What?" I demanded. "Nothing. Just be nice tonight, okay?" We walked into prom. The gym was decorated with the theme, Enchanted Garden, or something equally cheesy, with fairy lights and fake flowers and tulle everywhere. Photos first. The professional photographer had a backdrop set up, a line of couples waiting for their turn. When it was our turn, I stepped in front of the camera and smiled big. My boyfriend stood next to me, his hand on my waist like you're supposed to do in prom photos. The photographer said, "Beautiful couple," with that fake enthusiasm photographers always have. I beamed. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. We took the photo, moved aside, let the next couple go. "That's going to be a great picture," Sarah said. "I hope so. I paid extra for the photo package." My boyfriend excused himself, said he was going to get punch. That's when Sarah said it, quietly, casually, like she was commenting on the weather. "If you don't want to dance with him, I mean, I could," I laughed. "What?" "I'm just saying. Mark doesn't really dance anyway. He's probably going to stand on the side all night. If you're embarrassed by the hair thing, I could dance with your date so he's not alone. As, like, a friend thing." "That's weird, Sarah." "Is it? We're all friends. It's not that deep." "Yeah, but he's my date." She shrugged. "I'm just offering. Trying to help." I laughed it off. Thought she was joking. Thought it was just her being nice in her own weird way. What I didn't know, what I was completely blind to because I was too focused on myself, on my perfect prom night, on my perfect photos, was that Sarah had been laying groundwork for weeks. She'd always thought he was cute. She'd told me that sophomore year when I first started dating him. "You're lucky," she'd said. "He's really sweet and hot." I'd taken it as a compliment, as validation of my choice. I didn't take it as a warning. She'd always been a little too nice to him, always laughed a little too hard at his jokes, always touched his arm when she talked to him, always sat next to him when we hung out in groups. I thought she was just being friendly. I didn't think she was being strategic. At his house 2 weeks ago, when we were all hanging out, she'd offered to fix his hair because it was getting long. She'd run her fingers through it, stood close to him, made comments about his hair texture, and how, actually, you could pull off a lot of styles. He'd looked uncomfortable, changed the subject. I'd thought nothing of it. The betrayal wasn't sudden, it wasn't spontaneous. It wasn't just a moment of opportunity. It had been brewing, building, waiting, and I'd handed her the perfect excuse on a silver platter. I'd rather dance alone than with that haircut. I'd given her the opening she needed, and she took it. After we took photos, after we got punch that tasted like cheap fruit juice mixed with Sprite, after we stood awkwardly on the edge of the dance floor, watching other couples have fun, we ended up on the stairs outside the gym. There's this staircase that leads up to a balcony area that overlooks the gym. It's where people go to get away from the noise, to take a break, to have private conversations or drama or whatever. We ended up there with a small group. Sarah and Mark, a few other couples from our friend group, everyone taking selfies, comparing corsages, complaining about how hot it was inside. Someone made a comment about my boyfriend's hair. Not mean. Just observational. Hey, you changed your hair. And I, because I apparently can't control my mouth, because I apparently need to perform for an audience, because I apparently need everyone to know I'm the funny one, the clever one, the one with the sharp tongue. I said, yeah, he went for the discount bowl cut look. Very bold choice for prom. People laughed, because I delivered it well, because I made it sound like a joke, because that's what I do. I make people laugh, even at other people's expense. Sarah laughed too. Right. I said the same thing. My boyfriend stood there, silent, his jaw tight. Someone else tried to change the subject, started talking about the DJ, about requesting songs, about when dinner would be served. But the damage was done. I saw him pull out his phone, type something, put it away. You okay? I asked, touching his arm. Fine, he said, but his voice was sharp, clipped. Don't be mad, I was just joking. I know. So why are you being weird? I'm not being weird, I need a minute. And he walked away, down the stairs, back into the gym, disappearing into the crowd of dancing teenagers and terrible DJ lighting. I assumed he was sulking, being overdramatic, making a big deal out of nothing, like guys do sometimes when their ego gets bruised. I didn't follow him immediately. I stayed on the stairs with our friends, taking more photos, laughing, having fun. Sarah stayed too, for a minute. Then she said, I'm going to check on him. Don't bother, he's fine. He's just being sensitive. Still, won't hurt to make sure. She disappeared down the stairs. I thought she was being a good friend, to both of us, mediating, checking on him, making sure he wasn't too upset. I had no idea what was actually happening. What was actually happening? She found him near the punch table, standing alone, staring at his phone. She walked up to him with that sympathetic face she does so well. That, I'm here for you expression. Hey, you okay? He looked up. Yeah, fine. She didn't mean it, you know. She's just nervous. Prom makes her weird. Sure. Your hair looks good, by the way. I don't know why she's being like that. He looked at her, surprised. Thanks. I mean it. You look really nice tonight. The haircut suits you. Silence. He didn't know what to say. She took a breath, made her move. Remember earlier, when I said I could dance with you if she didn't want to? Yeah? Do you still want that dance? He looked at her for a long moment, processing, deciding. Then he smiled, not his usual smile. Something else. Something harder. Yeah, I do. Her face lit up, like she'd been waiting for this, like she'd won something. Perfect. There's a slow song starting soon. Meet me on the dance floor. Sure. And that was it. That was the moment, the decision made, the revenge planned, the betrayal set in motion. When I came down from the stairs 5 minutes later, looking for him, looking for my boyfriend, looking for my date so we could finally have our perfect prom moment, I found him in the center of the dance floor, his hands on Sarah's waist, her head on his chest, swaying to Ed Sheeran, looking perfectly content, looking like he'd upgraded, looking like he'd made the right choice. And I stood there, frozen, watching my prom night become everyone else's entertainment. People noticed immediately. Of course they did. High school students are like sharks. They smell drama in the water and they swarm. Oh my God, is that her boyfriend? Dancing with her best friend? Where is she? There, look at her face. Phones came out. Multiple phones. All pointed at me, at them, at the drama unfolding in real time. I pushed through the crowd, my perfect dress catching on people, my heels clicking too loud on the gym floor, my heart pounding in my ears. What are you doing? I shouted when I reached them. The music kept playing. They kept swaying. He turned his head slowly, looked at me with those cold eyes, that stranger's face. Dancing, like you said you'd rather do alone. That's not, you can't just. Sarah lifted her head from his chest, met my eyes, didn't look guilty, didn't look apologetic, looked triumphant. You said you'd rather dance alone than with his hair cut. So I told him I'd dance with him instead. Problem solved. Her voice was sweet, poisonous sweet. He's my boyfriend. Is he, though? Because you've spent all night making fun of him, and I've spent all night making him feel appreciated. So, who's really acting like his girlfriend here? The crowd around us was growing, whispers getting louder. She's got a point. I'd leave too if my date treated me like that. Damn, the best friend, that's cold. Nah, the girlfriend was cold first. This is just karma. I looked at him, desperate now. Are you seriously doing this? At prom? In front of everyone? You humiliated me in front of everyone, multiple times, tonight alone. So, yeah, I'm seriously doing this. I was joking. So am I. He turned back to Sarah. This is hilarious, right? She giggled, actually giggled, pressed closer to him. They continued dancing. I tried to grab his arm. Stop it, this isn't funny. He pulled away. Don't touch me. You're my date. I was, until you made it very clear you didn't want to be seen with me. So now I'm dancing with someone who does. The song kept playing, Ed Sheeran singing about being perfect, about finding someone who loves you as you are. The irony was not lost on anyone. Someone in the crowd laughed, then another person. Then it was spreading, this wave of laughter at my expense. I felt tears building, hot and humiliating behind my eyes. You're going to regret this, I said, my voice breaking. Maybe, he said, but right now, I really don't. He turned his back on me, actually turned his back, like I wasn't worth looking at anymore. Sarah smiled at me over his shoulder. That smile, that awful, triumphant, I won smile. They spun, moved deeper into the crowd of dancing couples, became part of the sea of swaying bodies, and I stood there, alone, exactly as I joked I would be. My perfect dress suddenly felt too tight, too exposed. My perfect makeup was running as tears started falling, despite my best efforts to hold them back. My perfect hair felt ridiculous now. Too much effort for a night that was falling apart. I saw phones, so many phones, all recording, all capturing my humiliation for posterity. Tomorrow, this would be all over social media. Tomorrow, I'd be the girl who got dumped at prom. Tomorrow, I'd be the cautionary tale. Someone filming nearby whispered to their friend, but loud enough for me to hear. This is going to go viral. Caption: Prom lesson. Don't disrespect your date. They were right. By the next morning, that's exactly what happened. The video of me standing alone, crying, mascara streaking, while my boyfriend danced with my best friend. It went everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, even Facebook, where the adults could see it and comment with their back in my day wisdom. The comments were brutal. She deserved it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Imagine making fun of your boyfriend's haircut at prom. The way she's crying when she caused this herself. Her best friend is prettier anyway. He upgraded. That last one hurt the most. Because when I looked at the photos later, when I forced myself to watch the videos, I could see what everyone else saw. He looked happy dancing with Sarah, happier than he'd looked with me all night. She looked natural in his arms, more natural than I ever had, and I looked like exactly what I was, a girl who'd taken something good and destroyed it with her own cruelty, a girl who'd learned the hard way that words matter, a girl who'd spent so long thinking she was funny that she forgot to be kind. I didn't stay at prom. After standing there crying for what felt like hours but was probably only 5 minutes, after having my humiliation recorded from multiple angles, after watching him dance 3 more songs with Sarah without even glancing my way, I left. I called my mum, sobbing, barely coherent. "Can you come get me?" "What happened? Are you okay? Are you safe?" "Just come get me, please." She came. Pulled up to the venue 20 minutes later, still in her pajamas because I'd woken her up, worry all over her face. I got in the car, slammed the door, stared straight ahead. "What happened?" "I don't want to talk about it." "Did he do something? Did someone hurt you?" "No, My voice broke. "I messed up. I really messed up." She drove me home. Didn't push. Let me cry in the passenger seat while still wearing my perfect dress that was supposed to make this the perfect night. When we got home, I went straight to my room. Didn't take off my makeup. Didn't change my clothes. Just collapsed on my bed and cried until I couldn't cry anymore. My phone was exploding. Texts, notifications, tags, comments. I turned it off, threw it across the room, but the next morning I had to turn it back on. Had to face it, had to see what everyone was saying. The video had 47,000 views. Overnight, the comments were in the hundreds. My name was being tagged everywhere. People I didn't even know were weighing in on what I'd done, on what he'd done, on what Sarah had done. The consensus? I deserved it. I spent that entire Saturday in bed. Didn't eat, didn't shower, just scrolled through the comments like I was punishing myself. My mum tried to talk to me. "Honey, what happened last night?" "I don't want to talk about it." "You need to talk to someone." "No, I don't." But eventually, I told her. The whole story. Through tears and snot and ruined makeup that I still hadn't washed off. I expected her to take my side, to tell me he was wrong, to say Sarah was a terrible friend, to validate my hurt. Instead, she sighed, sat down on my bed, held my hand. "Baby, what did you think was going to happen?" "What?" "You made fun of his appearance, at prom, in front of people, after he tried to look good for you. What did you think was going to happen?" "I was joking." "Jokes are supposed to be funny. Who was laughing?" "I was. Sarah was." "Was he laughing?" Silence. "That's not a joke, honey. That's cruelty disguised as humor." "But he danced with my best friend, at prom, in front of everyone. How is that okay?" "It's not. It's revenge. It's petty. It's hurtful. But you started it." "So you're saying I deserved it?" She squeezed my hand. "I'm saying actions have consequences. You hurt him. He hurt you back. Neither of you handled it well. But you can't expect to treat people badly and have them just accept it." I pulled my hand away. "You're supposed to be on my side." "I am on your side. That's why I'm telling you the truth instead of lying to make you feel better." Sunday was worse. More videos surfaced. Different angles. Someone had gotten footage of the whole thing. Me making the initial comment on the stairs, him walking away, Sarah following him, them dancing, me crying. A complete narrative, a complete story, with me as the villain. Comments kept coming. This is what happens when you date someone you don't respect. She thought she was too good for him and learned the hard way she wasn't. The best friend saw an opportunity and took it. Can't blame her. Imagine being that mean to someone who tried to look nice for you. Her makeup running at the end is perfect karma. I wanted to respond, to defend myself, to explain that it was just a joke, that I didn't mean it, that he overreacted. But every time I tried to type something, I stopped. Because how do you defend the indefensible? How do you explain that you didn't mean to be cruel when the cruelty is right there on video? How do you justify making fun of someone's appearance when they tried to look good for you? Monday came. School came. The inevitable facing of everyone who'd seen the video. I almost didn't go. Almost called in sick. Almost begged my mum to let me stay home forever. But she made me go. You have to face it eventually. Walking into school was walking into a nightmare. Everyone stared. Everyone whispered. People I'd never talked to knew my name now. Knew my story. Knew what I'd done. He was there. Standing at his locker with his friends. His hair still the same. Still that haircut I'd mocked. I walked past, head down, trying to be invisible. One of his friends called out, "Hey, maybe try being nicer to the next guy." Laughter. Loud laughter that followed me down the hall. Sarah was there too, at her locker. Our lockers were 3 down from each other, had been since freshman year. We'd always loved that we were so close. Now it felt like torture. I walked up to her. "We need to talk." She closed her locker, looked at me with cold eyes. "Talk about what?" "About what you did, about prom, about my boyfriend." "Ex-boyfriend, you mean?" My stomach dropped. "What?" "He broke up with you. Last night. Via text. Check your phone." I'd had it off. I'd been avoiding it. I'd been hiding. "You're lying." "Am I?" "Check." I pulled out my phone. Opened messages. There it was, from him. Sent at 11:47 p.m. on prom night. "We're done. I can't be with someone who treats me the way you did tonight. And honestly, the way you've treated me for months." I was going to ignore the little comments, the little jabs, the constant jokes at my expense. But tonight made it clear. You don't respect me. You don't even like me. You like the idea of having a boyfriend, but you don't actually like me. So we're done. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't try to fix this. There's nothing to fix. You showed me who you are. And I finally believed you. The message blurred as tears filled my eyes. Sarah watched me read it with a smile. "Told you. You took him from me. No, you pushed him away. I just caught him. You're supposed to be my best friend. Best friends don't stand by and watch you treat people like garbage. Best friends tell you when you're wrong, but you never wanted to hear it. You always wanted to be right, to be funny, to be the center of attention, even if it meant hurting people. So you stabbed me in the back. I made him feel appreciated, something you never did. That's not stabbing you in the back. That's just being a decent person." She walked away, left me standing there, crying in the hallway, everyone watching, everyone knowing. I'd lost my boyfriend, I'd lost my best friend, I'd lost my dignity, I'd lost everything. All because I couldn't keep one cruel joke to myself. All because I thought being funny was more important than being kind. All because I treated someone I claimed to care about like they were less than. And now I was alone. Exactly as I joked I would be. Exactly as I deserved to be. It's been 2 weeks since prom. 2 weeks since the video went viral. 2 weeks since I became the cautionary tale. 2 weeks since I lost everything in one night. The video has 2.3 million views now. It's been shared across platforms. People who don't even go to my school know the story, know my face, know what I did. Comments still come in daily. Still thinking about this girl who destroyed her own prom night. Update. They're dating now. The boyfriend and the best friend. And they look happy. This video should be shown in schools as an example of how not to treat people. Her crying at the end gives me life every time. That last one hurts the most, because it means people are watching my pain for entertainment, watching me suffer for fun, treating my worst moment like content to consume. But can I really blame them? I treated my boyfriend's vulnerability like content too, made fun of his effort for laughs, turned his attempt to look good into a joke for my audience. I'm sitting in my room, scrolling through Instagram, because I'm a masochist apparently, when I see it. A new post. From Sarah's account. It's a photo of her and him, my ex-boyfriend, at someone's graduation party. They're smiling. His arm is around her. Her head is on his shoulder. The caption, "When one door closes, another opens. Thanks for being yourself." The comments are supportive. "You two are so cute together. He definitely upgraded. This is the best plot twist ever. Treating him better than she ever did." I stare at the photo for way too long. He looks happy. Really happy. Genuinely happy in a way I don't remember him looking with me. His hair is different now. Grown out a bit, styled better. Still not perfect, but it suits him. And Sarah looks radiant, glowing, like someone who got exactly what they wanted. Part of me wants to comment something mean, something cutting, something to hurt them the way I'm hurting. But what would I say? "You stole my boyfriend." He wasn't stolen. He left. "You're a terrible friend." She's not my friend anymore. "You're fake." The only fake person here was me, pretending my cruelty was humor. I close Instagram, put my phone face down. My mom knocks on my door. "Honey, can I come in?" "Sure." She sits on my bed, looks at me with that mom look. That combination of love and disappointment. "Have you thought about apologizing?" "To who?" "To him, to Sarah, to everyone you hurt." "What's the point? They've moved on. They're together now, they're happy. My apology won't change anything." "Maybe not, but it might help you feel better. Might help you move forward." "How am I supposed to apologize? Sorry I was a terrible girlfriend and ruined prom and made fun of you in front of everyone." That sounds pathetic. It sounds honest. And honesty, real honesty, not cruelty disguised as honesty, is always worth it. She leaves me with that thought.